The internet is lying to y'all. Ever since Sonic 3 came out, everywhere on the timeline of any app is how Sonic 3 is an amazing movie compared to the Mufasa movie. I watched Mufasa on Christmas, and apparently I'm not the only one who done that because it has been reported from Disgusting Film that Mufasa was the number one movie on Christmas Day in the US, bringing in basically $15 million, which led me to believe that we on YouTube has fallen victim to the clever but clearly obvious trope, which is hate on the biggest thing and niche down to whatever base that you are based in. Me on Community, most of my content has to do with action and adventurous movies. So the idea of Mufasa actually being a good movie and could kind of compete with the storyline of Sonic 3 is something that doesn't do good for business. But the truth is the truth. And I'm here to show you and slightly review why Mufasa is one of the best Disney projects that has come out in recent history. I know. If you hate the video, like and subscribe and just leave. Okay? Don't dislike this video. But if you need me to help you get into the theater real quick because you got winter break halfway done, you don't know how to spend some time, I'm going to convince you to go see this movie. First and foremost, the storyline is something you probably already know, which is the story of Mufasa and Scar and how Mufasa became king. To get the easy part of the convincing is Lin-Manuel, who is the person who made like the Encanto songs and basically sprinkled all the way up into, I think, the last Frozen. He's known for doing musicals. He's the creator of Hamilton, that play that's like everywhere for that summer and winter. But he got some hits, bro. And I know they're going to copyright me, but I need y'all to hear some of the best hits that I've heard thus far from a musical.
Let's get into trouble.
My pride, my stride, my brother. All right, real quick, before they get too crazy, that was only 30 seconds. It is laced with some musicals that are mad catchy. And I know you hearing 30 seconds of it, you thinking to yourself, ain't no freaking way, boy.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I'm trying to tell you, it is. Not only that, but through the first trailer and the trailers that come out, it was depicted that Scar would be the natural king, and somehow, some way, Mufasa became king. And off that premise, made me not want to like the movie as well as other YouTubers. But I think a lot of people did not watch this movie because when you watch the movie, everything makes way more sense. The story, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but it's a situation where a certain individual doesn't have certain qualities within him to let him be a great king. And they got some personal reflections they got to do. I'm going to leave it at that. This video I'm playing in the background was this Captain Midnight. You probably know him. He's a big YouTuber in the movie space. But I'm starting to think more that I do YouTube videos, I see that people are just using hate as a viewing mechanism. Some of the points Homeboy pulled out doesn't even make sense.
Movie, which I just really did not like. And that's reason enough that I even have a video on it from that time. I found that film to be ugly, drab, and completely bereft of the kind of wonder I just mentioned.
And I agree. Okay, I agree. That first remake of The Lion King, when it's a shot-for-shot remake, trash. All right, it's pure garbage. Why do it? I don't know. It's Disney doing Disney stuff. Turn all the cartoons to live action. I get it. All right. I think they was trying to use the model that they do in Marvel, which is bring old IP into the new world live action form. However, Marvel was doing that with comic books. Doing that with a movie just does not make sense.
Lighthearted fun stuff, like I Just Can't Wait to Be King, with a film's plotting commitment to visual realism and the inexpressive animals that came with it. So with that bit of context,
And did you notice how this is just shitting on the first movie and not really acknowledging the movie that's known as Mufasa. Come on, people.
One-to-one comparison against. If I had to pick between Lion King 2019 and this, I'm taking Mufasa every time, but does that mean it's good? Sadly, not really. Ultimately, this movie fails on the same level that most prequels fail. It never truly justifies existing in the first place. The relationship between
I think it does. It gives more depth to what made Mufasa such a noble character. What made all those animals. I think we don't acknowledge that. Every time I watch Lion King and I see the opening of Lion King, they singing the Circle of Life, and you see Simba being raised in front of all the animals. In my head, even as a kid, I was like, don't lions eat zebras? Don't lions eat like all these creatures under them as they praise the next Lion King? It didn't make sense. But in the Mufasa movie, it makes sense. Mufasa really brings the concept of circle to life full form in that movie. It clears up a lot of misconceptions of the original movie. Now, granted, I'm with majority of the people. Let's introduce a new story, dive into like the modern day creativity. But I think Barry Jenkins, who is the director of this movie and also helped wrote and create the script, kind of snuck unique originality within this sequel where it doesn't feel like it's leaning on what you already know to be Lion King. It's embracing something completely different.
No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!